They say the most heartbreaking line of the Maqtal about Abu Abbas is where it says that his hands were cut, but he kept on moving. The arrow pierced his eye, but he kept on moving. It was only when the arrow pierced the canteen where the water was kept, it says, فَوَقَفَ الْعَبَّاسِ مُتَحَيَّرًا. What that means is Abbas stood confused. Why is he confused? Because he doesn't know if he should go back to the river and get the water, or if he should go towards the tents without any water. He's confused. And I swear to God, how much we hear about Abu Abbas, I have never heard the line mutahayyara. He's confused in the entirety of his life. And one wonders what the zeal of Abbas went through, watching those daughters of Hussein dying from thirst, dying. As if they couldn't speak anymore, they would gesture with their hands for water. As if their skin had turned pale and their pupils had rolled back into their eyes from that thirst. I swear to God, none of us will ever understand what 3 days of thirst can do to you, especially to young girls, young daughters of Abu Abdullah Hussein alayhi salam. I tell him, Abu Fadl, they are thirsty. That water, throw it away. He kneels and watches them. They say that Abu Abbas would only kneel when he sits down. Why? So if someone needed anything, he would spring right up. He kneels and watches them. Anger fights patience in him. Each child has a problem because the thirst is mighty. One child's skin has turned white, tongue as dry as desert night. One child cries from her fright, saying, Abu Fadl, I'm thirsty. One child's skin has turned white. One tongue is as dry as desert night. And one child cries out from her fright, Abu Fadl, I'm thirsty. One hand like a fist clenches. One hand for his sword reaches. And from one knee the moon rises, crying, I shall make them pay. I walk to him, my head is bowed. There is nothing of which I'm proud. On my grief I face a shroud. And I say, Hussein, they might die. He replies, brother, if you go with you shall my shadow. The girls are thirsty, I know, but who will hold my flag high? You remind me of Haidar, and the river is your Khaybar. I'll let you go get the water, but do not say goodbye to me. To the river he sets course. A lion riding a horse. What is death? Their thirst is worse. No enemy dare come near. I wade in the blood that I shed. My white feathers, they turn blood red. By angels my horse is led. I am the man without fear. From the daughters of Zahra, you have withheld the water. In tears I saw their father, and you will pay for every tear. I have reached the riverbank. And I think of when they last drank. Now their pupils have all sank into the whites of their eyes. I have never admitted this, but my tongue burns in dryness. Should I remain waterless when water in front of me lies? In my 2 hands the water flows. And to my lips it comes close, but I remember their sorrows, and from my hand the water flies. I cry, oh self, don't you dare. When their thirst is their despair, they gasp for water like it's air. Don't you let it touch your tongue. The water, I make it drown. And I scare it with my frown, and I strangle my thirst down. Make me thirsty shall no one. My hands fill up the canteen. To return towards them I am keen. The river cannot bear this scene, and it cries out, where have you gone? Toward the tents I would ride, and their thirst still hurts me inside. But behind the tree they would hide, and they'd cut off my right hand. Then my left hand I can't find. Then my left hand I can't find, and then an arrow pierces my mind. Blood from my head, it makes me blind, and then I fall towards the sand. I look out toward the tents. I look out toward the tents, and I hear as all those girls lament. My brother, my heart confronts, and my goodbyes to him I send. My goodbyes to him I send.